As convenient as using AVDs for testing is, AVDs are not enough. If you're doing real-life development, you have to use real devices. Because AVDs are not a perfect replication of real devices. They're a great testing bed, but some features are difficult to simulate. One thing, of course, is performance speed. Right? You're running on a desktop computer, but you're also emulating. So the speed of your code is not going to be the same. A lot of the networking issues are not going to be the same in terms of how they perform. GPS presents some interesting challenges. Some features just behave slightly differently. The camera features will often be a little bit just different in how that experience is rendered. Very often cameras are very choppy inside of emulators or inside the AVDs, where obviously on a real device it's very smooth. So the AVDs are a good starting point, a good convenience factor, but the bottom line is that you got to do testing with real devices if you're really developing apps. Now, debugging on a real device requires some extra setup because you've got the device itself, you've got the computer, the desktop, or laptop that you're working from, and you're going to hook these two guys together using USB. Right? That's a term we often refer to that as tethering. Right? So we tether these guys together. Now, for this to work, for a security standpoint, the phone has to have USB debugging enabled. Phones by default do not allow USB debugging, right? Because it would be very easy for someone to take over the phone if you didn't enable it, just because you've connected it. Also, your desktop or laptop are going to have the appropriate USB drivers in order for this to work. So it's not a difficult setup, but there are some things we have to do.